All right, so as y'all all, I'm sure have anticipated, this is, a video that's gonna be diving into the Sus Gerb versus Bucci Bear beef. Almighty Suspect versus Brandon, the Defiant Brandon, I believe it's his YouTube channel, the Defiant one. So look, this is a no jumper civil war that's been taking place. The war of words, usually, but today, Tuesday, May 27th, it went from words to almost hands. Now, I know usually we don't get too excited about almost hands, but if you guys are anything like me, as soon as they dropped that thumbnail around 10 a.m. on Tuesday morning for a 4 p.m. show with Brandon and Suspect on the thumbnail and no Adam, I knew this was going to happen. I knew something was going to happen. It was must-watch TV. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that, but just important to state. Now, what's also important to state is I don't think, the reason for Brandon's issues with Suspect is the real reason. I think we're getting a little bit of BS because Brandon, you guys, my theory, in case you're not familiar with it, we're going to be revisiting it a little bit. But my theory is that Brandon was brought in by Flakko to, kind of take over the No Jumper office. Flakko is trying to gain power within the No Jumper offices. Lush has been calling it out the past few weeks ever since I kind of made that conclusion based off some context clues. We're going to revisit one of those context clues in this video. But first, we must get to Spitgate Part 2. Now, this spit was more disrespectful than the 16 Chatham Spitgate. Almighty Suspect was very well hydrated throughout this entire, nearly 5-hour podcast, I believe. He literally makes it rain on Brandon, the Defiant one. Brandon is like Daniel Cormier Jr. in the No Jumper world. So we're gonna see Daniel Cormier get spat on by one of the most disrespectful people in podcast history, to be honest. Suspect is on the disrespectful nigga Mount Rushmore. So let's get into it.
When you wear some
I would do
jeans
both of those
and
for
stop
you.
volunteering to see dicks.
Unbiasedly,
I want you to go to Turkey and get your hairline replenished and get that fucking ball spot filled in.
Shorts off.
Listen,
I'll do that when you take your booty shorts off, nigga.
Hey,
stop wearing
Donnie,
booty shorts off, nigga.
Take this nigga on a tour to Turkey to get his hairline replenished.
Stop playing. I play tennis racket shoes on, nigga. And get
they gonna revival your friend laughing at you.
it's funny. When you're funny, it's funny.
Your friend laughing at you. That's
here's
a
the
damn
thing.
shame.
He about to get beat up by a guy wearing booty shorts.
Hey, right? Imagine you caught the name and got whooped out by a nigga in booty shorts. That's crazy. That would be reality. That would be a reality.
I would love to see it. You wrestle niggas on mats. We ain't seen you do nothing with your hands yet.
Hey, when you see it, you go. Well, you're not gonna see it. You're gonna be knocked out. Everybody else gonna see it.
The reality is this.
Everybody else gonna see it.
They gonna be watching.
Show me.
Man,
Suspect.
Show me, bitch ass niggas. You know you want to make it home to your
first
kids.
it was if you called
know you want to make it home to
now
your
it's you ain't
kids.
gonna make it home to
Come
your
on,
kids.
bitch ass
You see how the
niggas, show
story?
me.
See how the
Show
story
me.
evolves?
Come show me.
First it was we was gonna
Just
catch
come
a fade.
show me.
Then we gonna do what you
Who
want
said I was
to do.
talking
Now
about more
it's
than the
death threats.
Who
Now
said I
it's
was talking about more than the face? You police ass.
You
nigga.
said you're not gonna make it home to your
Who
kids.
said
What does that
anything
mean?
about more than the face?
What does that even
You
mean?
could not make it home from a.
This is where I do have to chime in and drop a quick clip to support that Brandon's not necessarily a quote unquote police ass nigga. The reason I say that is because Suspect is on interviews in the past, very poor quality, camera quality interviews, but interviews nonetheless, proudly saying that he's not fighting, he's upping that poll. So let's check out that supporting clip right here.
Fade, you bitch ass
Listen,
nigga.
you cannot
Stop putting
make it
police
home
shit on me.
from a
Stop putting
fade.
police shit on me.
10, right? How bad would I whoop your ass? Scale of 1 to 10. I got blick. We wasn't fighting.
Boy, you like ice skin nigga. Hey, you should have had that energy in that alley that day.
You a federal fat.
You should have that energy in that alley that day.
Federal.
I'm gonna listen.
We gotta watch this.
This is a fact.
He's a federal.
Wait,
watcher.
Can I get a word? Can I get a word?
This is what happens when you let Lush run the pod with no management anywhere in sight, no management in the building, no Josh, no Adam. No, I'm just playing Lush. But what's interesting here is they had a whole legend, a member of D12, Eminem's band, rapper Eminem. They had him on the pod, but he completely had to take a back seat. He was scheduled to leave early anyways. But honestly, they should have just rescheduled his appearance altogether, or just like had him come in to do an interview with Adam on a different date or something, because nobody was watching this show for the legend. Respectfully, the focus of the show and the thumbnail of the show was Suspect and Brandon being in the same podcast. And they delivered. They gave us what we wanted. If this was a pay-per-view event, it was a successful pay-per-view event. I can't go without mentioning that this was a podcast. When you guys go and watch the entire thing over on No Jumper, this was a podcast where yet another guest walked out because of the internal drama. But you see, the thing that makes No Jumper great in this new era of No Jumper is exactly that, the internal drama. We're not necessarily here to watch guests come on the news and guests come on to the main, the flagship podcast and talk about some topics on a board. We don't care about that. We care about this stuff, about two men that have animosity for each other going at it as if they're on a reality television show. This is so much better for the people's entertainment than any topic that you can read. There's no topic that's going to be better than this. Straight up.
Can I get a word?
You're a wee-wee watcher.
This is a fact.
You're a wee-wee watcher,
This is a fact. I'm going to say what I want to say.
And you
I
watch
call this
wee-wees.
nigga Antoine Dotson a
watch
bitch and
wee-wees.
everything else.
You
I'm
watch
still
wee-wees.
going to come to No Jumper.
You watch
I'm
wee-wees.
going to walk in and out this bitch. If a nigga want to do something, there's nothing but space and opportunity. I ain't worried about a light-skinned
You
nigga,
ain't never
no
called me
nigga,
no
period.
bitch. You
So
ain't
if a
never called
nigga's
me no
that
bitch.
gay, he's
You
always
ain't never
bringing up
called me no
fighting.
bitch.
You can't
You
be
ain't
the
never
nigga
called
bringing
me
up
no
fighting
bitch.
then trying to put it on
You ain't
another
never
nigga
called
to do
me no
something.
bitch.
So,
But I just caught you one. I just caught you
feel
one.
like-
Just
all
like
right,
you
chill,
are a
chill,
bitch.
chill, guys.
You wanna call me nothing?
Guys.
This is like the No Jumper version of baptizing people. The now Bucci is officially in the Flakko team at No Jumper. You have to get baptized in another man's saliva to to be able to have a permanent seat up here, Bucci. So I guess congratulations, unless everybody decides that they're just fed up with the nonsense on both sides. Because keep in mind, y'all, this is all supposedly over Suspect using the N-word. I'm not even sure if Bucci was accusing Suspect of calling him the N-word when Bucci first appeared on the No Jumper News with Suspect. It was after I think he was on the news one time before that, and then he did the Gorilla Hebrew debate. But this whole drama is over Suspect's use of the N-word, but not just the N-word as the endearment one, but as the hard ER, supposedly. We have a theory about that. But first, let's watch this spit rain down on Bucci Bear one more time.
Guys. Guys, come on. Guys, come on. Stop, guys. Chill, guys.
Come on. Let's do something.
We knew he had a weapon.
No weapon.
Let's do something.
Man, what's going on?
It is important to note that Suspect did brag about not getting. He's the only one in the building that didn't get wanded down. Or Brandon also says that he wasn't wanded because the security supposedly said, "No, you're not ignorant" or whatever, something of that nature. And so Suspect then went on to say, "Well, I wasn't really wanded either, even though they had wands." So they wound it down Munchie B and young Aunt Hefe, but they didn't wound down the two guys that are actually the flight risk. And interesting. So you hire extra security, but they're incompetent to some degree. Other than this guy who was on his toes as soon as the insults really started to go. The guy who stepped in, I'll give him his credit, even though they may be incompetent with the wands. He is competent in reading the room because he was quick. He was quick to act and probably saved No Jumper from getting their channel punished to some degree for having an on-camera weapon in the midst of an altercation. Not an accidental slippage like we've seen in the past, but an actual altercation involving a weapon almost took place on camera. But because of this back corner that suspect was pushed into, and because of this quick acting security guard, No Jumper narrowly escaped that.
What you gonna do?
Nothing. Let's do something, bitch. Let's do something, bitch. All right, this is going so well. Nigga, I spit on you. Nigga, you ain't do nothing. Nigga, that part, shut up. You a bitch. You a bitch. Nigga, that part. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, you got spit on.
No, I didn't.
You got, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Guys.
I watched it. I watched it. I watched it. I watched it. Nigga,
Hey,
I
bro,
watched it.
y'all,
I watched it, nigga.
bro.
One thing Brandon definitely has in common with Flakko is he will blatantly lie, but he's like more loud with it. He's loud and proudly wrong. We saw the spit rain down on you in real time.
Y'all are tripping, bro. What's going on?
What you want to do about it, nigga? What you want to do about it? Meet me outside, nigga.
You're scaring me.
What you want to do about it? What you want to do about it? What you want to do about it, nigga? What you want to do about it? That part, nothing. Nothing. Look what? Do something
It's
about
such a
it.
good pod before this happened,
Nigga.
guys. We're doing so good.
Nigga,
Intelligent
do
dialogue.
Fuck you mean?
I was just about to say that,
What the fuck?
So
Man, y'all tripping, bro.
Come do something.
Man,
Do something.
that's why y'all had security, man. Y'all was on bullshit.
No Jumper was
Y'all
cracking.
the whole time.
I think it goes without saying that when we display who's on whose side in the No Jumper Civil War, it's obvious that Munchie B would not be on Flakko's side, saying that Flakko was talking real reckless about Munchie's management, his YouTube manager. But then Young Ant, the newest addition to the big shows of No Jumper, his laugh is contagious. One, but two, he's a known Flakko op. So just keep in mind that Adam isn't really hiring too many people from Flakko's side of things. It's more so, the Lush side, if Lush is the leader of that side, the Lush and Suspect side. Because Adam doesn't really like Flakko like that, but, he does drive the engagements because people do like to complain about him. And, it takes away the hate from everybody else. When Flakko's on there, he's going to absorb most of the hate. He's like the ugly friend that makes the average person look better. He's that in podcaster form. So that's why Flakko only has one soldier, while Lush's army has many, many soldiers. So it's kind of like 300. If you want to make a comparison, it's like if 300 was a civil war instead of Sparta versus Persia.
Something, Mr.
Man
Black Belt.
brought a knife to.
Come do something.
No, there's no weapons. No weapons. No weapons.
Come do something, Mr.
Nah,
Black Belt.
there's a knife right there.
Come
You
do
looking
something.
at it.
Where? Where?
That nigga was a Swiss Army knife, bro, trying to fumble for it.
Where?
A Swiss Army knife.
Where? Police ass
yes,
nigga, where?
yes, nigga.
You're the feds. Federal bitch ass nigga. Fuck you.
That nigga brought a fight to a multi-fight.
Like, share, subscribe. No Jumper, running it up. We're not done yet, by the way.
Not me.
Make sure to subscribe to the Lush World channel as well.
Hey, This shit
Fuck you
crazy.
talking to? Nigga crazy as fuck. Who a bitch?
My nigga look like a baby sumo.
Nigga crazy.
Walking about this man.
That shit got. I'm not gonna lie. It was.
Nigga tossed you, love.
You know, he didn't even touch me.
Now, before they kind of start to recap what just happened in front of us, I want to point out this one thing that I think is somewhat important. A lot of the comments on the video on No Jumper's page for this live stream, you know, like the ones that are there as actual comments, not live chat comments, they're saying, you know, fire sus, scary Larry, that's scary Larry activity to spit on someone then pull out a knife. Allegedly, we didn't see a blade, we just heard a report of one. And I kind of do side with that. That is scary. Why not just throw hands? You know, man to man. You don't need to try to delete somebody off of the planet. We don't condone deleting people off the planet, especially when it's something like this whole feud is from some petty nonsense when you think about it. But what I want to point out isn't Brandon's whole thing that senseless, like gangs do a bunch of senseless violence and the black community just does a lot of senseless violence and senseless not togetherness, that he's against people trying to divide and conquer the black community. Yet at the same time, he you know, he came and joined this show and immediately contributed to dividing the cast.
You fell over. Hey, look.
Did I fall? I didn't fall.
Hey, man, look.
Why ain't making things up?
Hey, I know got
Hey, man. Look. No, you try to fake come in at the end. Look, hey,
no, but
Lush,
why did,
that nigga was, hey, he was going to toss you, Lush.
Yeah, you know,
That's what I meant to say. You try to fake come in at the end like you was going to stand in.
I'm just trying
Man, you
to
was gonna be
minimize
over the no
damage.
jumper table.
No, there's already footage of me trying to like get away from skirmishes, so that's why I tried to. I tried to like do my best to stand in the middle.
Bro, no, I'm trying to make sure he
We
got
was
no
good
brick.
till he got the
No,
call
he said, oh, no, nigga, nigga, I'm gonna make sure that ain't got shit. Nigga,
I will say that it is improper decorum to try to bring attention to a weapon. I don't know why.
It's stupid, bro.
That nigga said, look.
Yeah, that
Hey,
shit
what's
was.
up? It's a rap like the condoms y'all be wearing or what?
I mean, look,
This was crazy.
I'm gonna read the super chats.
Okay, first of all, going right into reading super chats after that is diabolical. I guess W Lush for that, because then the super chats were funny as hell. But my thing is too, speaking of funny as hell, who was that growling? There was like some growling going on. Was it the security guard or was it Bucci Bear? It could only be one of them. I don't think it was suspect growling like that. But somebody was growling like they were trying to break free or something. That shit was weird.
I'm gonna read. Let's read the super chats before we get up out of here. I was gonna say I think that suspect might have initially overreacted, but Brandon clearly has a big case of colorism, and I think these are the two my two major takeaways.
Brandon got him out of this.
Fuck this.
Welcome to all our new members. Thank you guys. $5.
Man, y'all niggas out of pocket, bro.
100 right now with Brandon Buddy.
I told y'all niggas that they had y'all in something that y'all didn't want to be in. I put this out right here, bro.
I wish Bazaar was still here.
Oh,
Crazy
shit,
as
oh.
fuck, bro. Nigga got the. I'm calling you a bitch. Y'all know that shit do something to me inside, gang.
Oh no, that's the thing about old heads that aren't super burnt out. Lush saying, I wish Bazaar was still here. No. The smart old heads, the smart OGs, they know when to leave. That's why they're an OG. That's why they made it to the age of being an old nigga. Is because they know when to leave the function. They know when to leave the Diddy party. They know when to leave before niggas get to pull in weapons allegedly. You know, when you hear about the house function that got Swiss cheese, but the people that's a little seasoned and left way before it got Swiss cheese. Before you could even smell the cheese, they was gone. You see, if you go and look at the full joint with Bazaar in it, in the full, not interview, the full show, the full No Jumper show, he was looking uncomfortable every time they started popping off. And he wasn't picking no sides. He wasn't side busting. He wasn't smirking. None of that stuff that gets Lush in trouble where Lush ends up having to inherit other people's beef because he doesn't know how to just sit and be quiet when two people are trading shots back and forth. Stay out of it. But Lush is all for it because he's burnt out. I'm sorry, Lush, but I have to point that out, buddy. No, it's a good thing Bizarre was gone. You done triggered Munchie B's PTSD. Now they're laughing about it, but Munchie jumped up on the couch. He didn't know what was about to happen. Yeah, the energy a little different in here. I'm having flashbacks. Hell no.
Yeah.
No,
I was.
I'll play with the B word.
You feel me? We're not finna do that.
I got a little concerned as soon as you reiterated that, and I knew where it was gonna go as soon as you said you played. But you went. So we got $5 from JJ102125. He said 100 right now with Brandon body slam sus. Travis Tillard, our homie Trill Dog, said Brandon can sneak this all he wants, but we know it's all sus 1, Bucci Bear 0. Patrick Turner with the 10 said play him like a poodle. Play him like a poodle pee, handle your biz, yada da. Okay, keep going down. $5 from Alcoholic Gamer. Fireball plus Dr. Pepper. Enjoy drinks on me, by the way. Check back of sex shops if you need any torsos. Heard they're better than the Wish quality that Shark paid $3K for.
You know, it is interesting. Outside of there may have been a little pokey assistance, catch my drift. Outside of that allegedly being present, getting spit rained down on you, all up on your dome piece, and just essentially, yeah, you try to act like you was trying to get through security, but Brandon is big enough to where he should be able to get through Lush and through that one security guard with no problem. That security guard should have to pepper spray you or hit your kneecaps with a baton or something in order to stop you from coming forward. There should be a lot to have to stop somebody built like Brandon from coming forward. Now, if Suspect had something that was deterring him from going forward, that would make sense as to why we didn't get more action in the studio that they're recording this out of. But my thing is, you did kind of get marked out, Brandon, because you didn't wait in the parking lot or nothing. You just hopped in the car and went home while everybody else is still podcasting with spit all over your outfit, all over your head. I don't know, bro. You say you showed up in them booty shorts because those are your fighting shorts. You showed up ready to fight, but as soon as the fight gets brought to you, you leave. I don't know. I'm starting to wobble over to the other side and say Suspect is marking you out repeatedly. I gotta call it like I see it. You ain't showing us enough, man. You ain't showing enough for somebody who's built like Daniel Cormier. I would expect more heart out of you. Now we're gonna get into the old clips. Well, I mean, one of them's only a month old. The other one is like 2, damn near 3 years old though. So we're gonna get into really it's gonna just roll right into each other. So Josh is gonna kind of break down the first altercation that happened on the No Jumper News around the supposed N-word usage. And Josh read it in real time. He kind of got yelled at by Adam for doing this, for rehashing the argument when it seemed like they were past it. But it's actually a really good thing that he did rehash the argument because it allows us to see, hold on now, what is the reason that these two niggas are this mad? Well, you see, the thing is, this is what tipped me off to think Brandon is there as a part of Flakko's revenge agenda.
If it matters at all, I did not hear that.
Because this nigga don't know what he's talking about, Josh. That's why I'm so hot.
I feel bad. I feel bad even
about?
dragging this in again, but it's like because maybe we got over this, but come on, like
what?
This is a nothing conversation. This is a nothing argument that just started.
It was nothing to scream over. What are you? No, it's nothing. What you're talking about? That's what he means. Please explain,
Josh.
more,
It was nothing to scream over.
What is? I think there was an argument that happened when literally there was just some miscommunication. I did not hear what you heard from Suspect. I was sitting right here. It feels like a little bit of a, I don't know.
Please speak it, Josh, please.
Maybe you guys wanted, maybe this is transpired, maybe there's some like held on aggression for something
I don't know
that
this dude. I never been on the show.
I didn't know that.
I know this nigga.
I don't know. It felt like you guys might have already had energy.
No,
I don't know this
listen,
nigga.
here's what happened.
I don't know.
man.
It felt like
that.
you guys might have already had energy.
No,
I don't know this
listen,
nigga.
here's what happened.
The energy that Josh was sensing is that Flakko sent Brandon to get Almighty out the paint.
Man, but
It is what it is.
you not from where niggas say nigga at, so it don't matter. Fuck is you talking about? You're not.
I'm black.
You're
though.
not. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm black,
The
though.
word derived from nigga street shit, where we be in the streets. That's what we use.
Can we
the
find
term
out
of
where-
But the
endearment-
word
Listen, stop
derived from
talking. Talk. The term
Hey,
of
derived from-
we
Bro, you been
started
talking the whole
saying
time, nigga. Like,
in
you
the
cut everybody
streets.
off.
That didn't start in the suburbs. It started in urban areas. Niggas use the term of endearment in urban areas. You're not from an urban area, so your statement is irrelevant here.
What are you talking about? That makes no sense. I'm urban. I'm a black man, right? But you know, right? Past the streets, past the urban shit, bro.
Are you?
As a black man, bro,
You're not urban.
no black man should be
The fuck are
comfortable.
you talking about?
No black man should ever be comfortable giving a pass to any
honestly-
other race.
Now, I'm not here to argue who could use the N-word and who can't. I feel like there's some common sense reasons for why certain people shouldn't use it in certain settings. But that's not for me to talk about on this channel. I'm not a race baiting channel. What I will say, though, now, as much as we don't like Flakko and as much of an Uncle Ruckus as he is, at the end of the day, no matter how much he tries to kiss white people's ass, he's still a black man. So he does get to have an opinion on the N-word. Doesn't mean that his opinion is right or that it's valid, but to say that he doesn't get to have an opinion on it at all is kind of messed up. Because Flakko isn't white. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's not getting treated white everywhere that he goes. He's not benefiting from white privilege. He would love to benefit from white privilege. He tries to benefit from white privilege every day, but he's not white. He's pretty damn black, actually. He's the darkest in almost every room that he's in. So, Almighty, I can see why Flakko's about to get this mad, because it's like, well, hold on now. Just because a nigga, denounces a lot of urban culture. Now, trying to claim the urbanism is crazy, because Flakko used to walk around in suits and shit in the streets of Pennsylvania. But to say that that's not a black man is that's a little step too far, even for Flakko.
Hispanics or others to say the word nigga. That should never be a quote unquote pass given, bro. That's wrong.
And my older generation doesn't believe in younger homies saying the N-word like that, but a lot of people do. A lot of us do.
That's because we didn't.
But we also grew up in the hood, and
y'all
it's like a
didn't
thing.
eat tacos at each other's houses and shit. Some of my best friends, bro, I got best friends who didn't passed away that was Latinos, that I was in the streets with, that I
One of my
thugged
best
with
friends
every
that passed
day.
away tattooed on me as a black
Every
man.
day.
So I concur.
Ain't no
Yeah,
taco
you
good enough
can't-
to get the N-word pass, bro.
Man, you don't even understand it. You're a fucking
I'm sorry, bro.
Next topic. This nigga's a clown. This nigga's
I'm
a
sorry,
clown.
bro.
Before we
This nigga's
move
a
on,
I'm a
fucking
real
clown.
one, bro.
No, you're not.
Bruh.
You're a real one. Where?
Bruh.
You just lied about
I'm a
where you was
real
from
one,
on
bro.
camera a month ago.
How I
You're
lied,
not
though?
a fucking real one. The fuck
How I
out
lied,
of here.
though?
You ain't no fucking real one. Nigga, you's a clown.
How I lied? I'm not a
Fuck
clown,
outta
bro.
here,
Feel me?
nigga. You
But
ain't no
you're
real one.
emotional right now
You ain't
and
no
angry
real
as
one.
fuck.
You ain't no real one.
Why are you emotional as fuck
Nigga,
right now,
you
though?
ain't no real one. You're a clown.
But why are you emotional
I'm
right
passionate.
now, though?
Nigga,
Emotional
I'm
as fuck, though.
passionate.
No.
Nigga,
Passionate is
I'm
talking loud
passionate
and
in what
explaining
I
your
feel.
point, though.
I'm passionate
No,
in what
calling
I
niggas
feel.
clowns is
I
emotional, my
passionately
nigga.
feel like you're a clown.
Nah, bro. Again,
I
that's
passionately feel
emotional
like you're a
shit,
clown.
bro.
Those of y'all that seen the first time I pulled this clip as a reference, you know, I kind of am gonna repeat myself here that we don't never really see Flakko get this mad on camera. Flakko is legitimately upset, and I truly believe that this is the moment that he decided he's gonna get Almighty out off a no jumper, no matter what he has to do. He's like, he's just out of control. I can't work with this guy. This is when he decided he's done with Almighty. Not just the Monday show, but he doesn't want him in the building at all. And he waited until the right time to strike. He waited until he had the money to solidify himself, to have the right security to be able to go to war. And Flakko is, I think Flakko's a key figure in the No Jumper Civil War. So yeah, I'm gonna let this clip finish, but this is the outro right here. If you're new to the channel and you hear my voice, you might as well hit that subscribe button, because you done made it all the way to the end of one of my videos. And you know damn well you don't make it to the end of every video you click on YouTube, because I sure don't. Not saying that I'm better than anybody, but hey, today I was. So go ahead and hit that subscribe. And also to my reoccurring viewers, to all y'all that are back, you already know what to do. Hit that like, leave a comment if you feel like it. And peace and love, man. I'll see you on the next one. But whoa, hey, so shout out to all of us for witnessing a legendary day in No Jumper history. This is what we do it for right here. This is why we hop on our computers faithfully every Tuesday and Thursday, and now really Monday through Friday. And any of y'all, if any of y'all in the comments are members in the No Jumper shit, you don't got to like spoil the 607 Unk podcast, but let me know if that's going to be worth covering, because I like 607 Unk. I've been wanting to cover 607 Unk's content more just from his page alone. So to see that he's on No Jumper now, I'm like super excited about that. I feel like that's going to be a very, very rich field to pull from as far as content is concerned. But anyways, I will see y'all on the next one. Enjoy the rest of the clip, and peace.
You feel me? It's emotional shit, bro.
Like you're a clown.
Again, bro,
I passionately
it's
feel
pure
like you're a
emotional
clown.
shit, my nigga. Like,
I
you too
passionally
grown
feel
for this,
like
my
you're a
nigga.
clown.
You too grown for this, bro.
I feel like you're a clown.
You're
You're
too
too
grown to
grown
act
to
like
come
this, though,
outside
bro.
with your fucking toes out.
Again, bro, you're too grown to be acting like this, bro.
You're too grown to come out here
You
with
feel me, bro?
sandals and your toes out.
Bro, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter, bro. You feel me, bro? Like, you look bad right now, my nigga.
26-year-old man getting
Like, why
called
do we
creepy
even
for
do this to each
dating.
other?
Stop talking.
No,
26-year-old man getting
bro.
called
Like, why do we
creepy.
do this to each other, my
Stop
nigga?
talking.
Why do this to each other, bro? Why do this to each other, bro? Why do this to each other, my nigga? Why come on here and have emotional responses, bro?
Pause right
But why
here.
be so emotional, my nigga?
I think we should pause right here, and I do think we should probably address this. Can you guys?
It's emotional responses for no reason. You feel me? Like, we adults, my nigga. Bro, we're past the new shit that Josh is talking about.
None of that. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly my point, bro.
I don't care. I'm
And
trying to talk about the news.
Josh is talking, bro.
Josh
pausing for a minute. Yeah, bro. Why do we even do this, my nigga? It's crazy,
I'm trying to
bro.
talk about the news.
Right?
What's crazy is you think
So
you
look,
can define
do this
what
every time, though.
What's crazy is you as one person think what you can define what other people can say.
But it's a conversation,
What the fuck
though.
are you talking about?
We're going up today.
Why do a conversation have to turn to no, though, right?
Next topic.
Why do a conversation as podcasters have to turn into insults, my nigga?
Next topic, though.
But we're co-workers, though, my nigga.
Next topic.
Why do we have
Man,
to do this shit to
let's not go
other
into
though,
that.
bro?
You the snakiest
Why though,
co-worker
bro?
here.